And you can see right here, another PayPal payment, another PayPal payment, another PayPal payment.
Another one.
And the cool thing about this is it's not actually hard to do at all. In fact, it's actually super easy to do. You don't need any previous skill. You can do this from anywhere in the world. Literally all you need is an internet connection. And if you're watching this right now, you probably have an internet connection. And so if you want to take advantage of one of the absolute best ways that I've found recently to make money online from anywhere in the world, then make sure you watch this video all the way until the end, because there are a couple of steps, and if you miss one of them, you're not going to be able to make any PayPal money whatsoever. And so the website that we're actually going to be talking about to do this today is called Validately. Now, Validately is one of the coolest websites that I've come across recently, and if you've ever heard of user testing, I can promise you, you haven't heard of what we're going to be showing you in this video, but it's one of the best ways I've ever found to make money, literally even from your phone or from your laptop, from anywhere in the world. And so the first thing that we're going to actually do is head over to validately.com, and we are actually going to click on get paid to test. And I'm actually going to be walking you through exactly how to sign up for this website, because one of the hardest parts about getting paid using this method is actually signing up and inputting the exact correct information. Because if you actually make a mistake during the sign up process, you won't be able to actually complete your sign up, which means you won't be able to earn PayPal money from anywhere in the world. So make sure you do stick around throughout the whole video, watch carefully, because this is going to be a super good one. And for any of you guys who are new here, first of all, welcome to the Strongest Family on YouTube, and do me two quick favors if you like making money. If you don't like making money, you don't have to do it, but if you do like making money online, then do me two quick favors. Make sure you tap on the like button until it turns blue, and click that little subscribe button and turn on the notification bells so that you'll be the first to know every time we drop a brand new video, and so that you can be one of our next winners. So shout out to the last winners from last video. We actually gave away a $1,000 course for the first commenter on every video, which is why it's so important to turn on those notification bells. And we also give a $1,000 course away completely for free to whoever gets the answer to our daily riddle correct first down in the comments. You guys have been loving the riddle so much, so we have another brand new one for you today. The riddle for today is, what is cut on a table but never eaten? And the first person down below who actually gets the answer to the riddle correct will be the winner of a brand new $1,000 course. All right guys, welcome into my computer. So you can see right here that the site that we're actually on is called validately.com. You can see that they actually have some crazy customers who actually use their service, like Google, Amazon, Allstate, Microsoft, Twilio, massive customers. So you obviously know that what they're doing is 100% legit, and that you will get paid for what you actually do. So basically the problem that Validately is solving, and ultimately why you are going to be making money, is there's thousands and thousands of businesses, software companies, mobile apps, startups that actually need what's called user testing. They need real people who are not part of their company to actually test their product, services, software, apps, and things like that. And that's where you are going to come in. But this is actually a brand new way to do this with a little twist. And so the first thing that we're going to do is actually click on get paid to test up here at the top. You can see that they work again with all these amazing companies, Salesforce. So you can see it's literally a 3-step process: sign up, start taking tests, and most importantly, get paid, right? So really the only things that you actually have to do to be able to take advantage of this is you do have to have a PayPal account, you have to be 18 years old, you have to have an internet connection, and that's basically it, right? But you guys can see right here that they have tests sometimes that take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and things like that. And you can see that generally they pay $10 to $70 per test. And so if you take, a 10-minute test, a 30-minute test, and they're paying you $70, that means that you're making, over $100 an hour. Now, is that going to happen 100% of the time? Not necessarily, but it is possible, right? And the better that you get at doing this, and if you sign up using the exact strategy that I'm about to show you in just a few seconds, then you'll have the highest possible chance of actually being successful leveraging this strategy. So what we're going to do is we are going to actually go to start making money on this little button right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to create an account. right? Now, these questions, the reason that they're asking them is for a specific purpose, right? Obviously, if you live in certain countries, you're gonna make more money. If you have certain education, you're gonna make more money. If you have certain devices, you're gonna make more money, right? And so you wanna be as truthful as possible for some of these, right? Like if you don't have an iPhone, right? You're not gonna wanna say that you have an iPhone because the tests they give you are gonna be on an iPhone. But for some questions, we do wanna select answers that are gonna give us a significant amount of additional money. So what we're gonna do is we're going to select iPhone here, but if you have an Android, you can choose that too. What type of computer do you own, right? You can select as many as you like. I have both a Mac, a Chrome, and a Windows PC, but you can put whatever the ones you have are. What version of Windows you use, the oldest one. What are you from a gender perspective? Male. What year were you born? Oh man, I don't even want to film this one, so I'm gonna actually show it because I'm old. What is your level of education? Now, this is an important one, right? Because they obviously want people who are more educated, and they're gonna give the jobs that have, the actual larger amounts of payouts to people who are more educated. So the answer that I'm gonna put here is college graduate, which is the answer that, I recommend. What is your employment status, right? Obviously, you probably don't want to be full-time because they want people who can actually work for them. So we're going to put part-time, right? Because it shows that you actually do have some sort of job versus, being unemployed or something like that. What industry are you working in? For this one, we're going to put information technology because that is, obviously what this is really concerned with. What is your job title? We're just going to put sales manager here. What is your household annual income? We don't want it to be super low, but we don't want it to be super high either, because if it's too low, then they might not think that we're educated, and if it's too high, they might not think that it's worth it for us to actually do the work. So we're gonna just put this one right here. What is your full name? We're gonna put our full name here. What is your email? We're gonna put one of our emails here. We're gonna put support@officialkevindavid.com. We're gonna put I'm not a robot, and we're gonna click next. The last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put our PayPal email here. We're gonna click I'm not a robot again, and then we're gonna click next again. So we're just gonna set up a quick password here, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually click detect my location. But what we wanna do here is we wanna make sure that they actually show us being inside of the USA, right? So there's a lot of different free VPNs out there, a virtual private network, right? I actually have a VPN here called Nord that I use for, a variety of other things. You can connect just quickly into the United States. I don't think Nord is a free one, but you can just Google search free. I'm actually obviously in the United States right now, so I don't need to do this, but if you're outside of the USA and you want to have access to higher paying actual gigs, because it really doesn't make sense for them to pay you less if you're in other countries, if you're doing the same exact work, right? So we're gonna detect my location here. We're gonna allow this, and then we are going to actually go to next once it does detect my location in America, New York. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on yes, I agree to their terms of service, and then ultimately and finally we are going to sign up. Now, the last thing that we have to do is actually what's called a screener test, right? To be able to actually be paid for the test that you're taking, you have to take something called a screener test. Now, the point of a screener test is to make sure that you're actually gonna be able to do the task that they send you, which is how you're ultimately gonna get paid. If you can't do the screener test, you won't be able to do the paid test. So this is a way that they can actually make sure that you're going to be able to do what they need you to do to get paid. You can see right here that they do have some requirements for the screener test. You have to have a Chrome browser, which is free. You have to have a recent operating system. You have to have a microphone of some kind, which phones and computers have, obviously. And then basically you just speak your thoughts aloud, answer the follow-up questions, and handle it that way. So what it's gonna do is redirect us to this site right here. We're gonna take a 1-minute test. We're gonna click on that little tutorial here. So what we're gonna do is just follow along these super easy instructions. You can see that it just shows you exactly what to do. Select the circle to open and close the task instructions. Try it. When you know how to view the instructions, click next. Right, we're gonna click next here. Drag the circle and move it to another corner if it's in your way. It's kind of cool. We'll put it over here. When you're ready to start the task, click OK. I'm ready to begin the test. So we're gonna begin the test and we're gonna install the Validately extension. You can see that there's a bunch of people who've actually installed it, which is kind of cool. 70,000 people and only 37 reviews, which is whatever. So we're gonna click OK here, and now what we're gonna do is click allow. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the test. We're gonna say, I am ready to begin this session. And then we're gonna click next. Right, on the next step, please select your screen and then click share. So what we're gonna do is, okay, I'll select share. Here we go. And we are going to start this task, right? And so what we have to do basically is do exactly what the task is telling us, right? Remember to think out loud. Add a note to the notepad. So what we're going to do is we are going to add a note to the notepad, and the point of this is to see if it's intuitive, right? And so like, do I know how to add a note to the notepad? Well, this says notepad, so I'm going to click notepad here, and I'm still talking about my particular instructions, and we're going to say, hey, this is the note I'm adding to the notepad, and then we're going to click add note. Right? And so I just completed that task, and it was very easy. Was it intuitive to complete this task? Absolutely. Or would you, any suggestions to make this app easier? No, it was easy to find the notepad, add the note, and click next, and submit. And we're gonna click next here, and that's it, right? Now you can close this tab, and we just finished the actual test there, and we are now officially on our way to start getting tasks from Validately once they actually look at our screener test and make sure that it was in fact good enough for their standards. Then what happens is they're gonna start actually sending you tasks straight to your email, very similar to that, right? You'll be going through actual apps, you're gonna be going through mobile websites, you're gonna be going through software, and you're gonna basically just be thinking and speaking out loud as you use the app, product, or service. And when you're doing that, that actually gives the designers and the creators of those software applications, websites, valuable feedback they can use to make their actual applications and services more intuitive, which ultimately makes them more money, and which is why they're actually willing to pay you to give your feedback and actually use their software, services, or applications. Now guys, is this going to make you rich? Probably not, but this is a great way that you can actually use to start building money that you can then invest into a more scalable, full-time source of online income. If you guys wanna know what my #1 suggestion is to actually make money online, you can click it right here down in the description next to the #1 suggestion to make money online this year. It is by far the best way to actually create a full-time income. So if you guys wanna learn more about that, go ahead and click it, and you can learn more for free about the #1 way to make money online this year. And also, if you guys didn't know, we have 2 new YouTube channels, one for our top 25 podcast, and one where we go live and answer questions about how to make money online and answer all of your questions literally live. So those are down in the description as well. Make sure you actually subscribe to our other 2 channels, guys. Or if you just want to keep learning more about how to make money online on this channel, you have a brand new playlist coming to you live in 3, 2, 1. Click it in the middle of your screen, guys. See you there. Peace. Click it. Come on, click it. Do it. Click the playlist. Okay, you don't have to, but I promise you'll like it. Click the playlist. See you soon. Peace.